The Last Watchman. Winter had come earlier than expected. At the top of a wind-beaten hill stood an old stone tower. For generations, a watchman had kept a flame burning there, guiding lost travelers through the mountains. That year, only one remained. Elias had hands worn by the cold and a face marked by time. Every morning, he descended into the valley to gather firewood before climbing the hundreds of steps that led back to the beacon. The villagers often laughed at him. "No one crosses these mountains anymore," they would say. "You're keeping a light alive that no one even sees." Elias would simply smile. To him, the worth of a light was never measured by the number of eyes that saw it, but by the darkness it was able to overcome. The weeks passed, the firewood grew scarce, the winds became stronger. More than once, the villagers urged him to give up. "Think of yourself, you're too old for this." He answered with only a few words. "The day someone needs this flame will not be the day I have time to relight it." Then the storm came, a storm unlike any seen in decades. The sky vanished behind walls of snow. The paths disappeared beneath the drifts. Even the villagers stayed inside their homes. All through the night, Elias fed the fire. The wind howled so fiercely that he had to shield the flames with his own body. His clothes were soaked. His hands bled against the frozen stone. More than once he collapsed to his knees, but the fire never went out. At dawn, someone knocked on the tower door. A family stood outside, a father, a mother, and 2 children. They were exhausted, freezing, and barely able to stand. The father broke into tears. "We were lost. We thought we were going to die out there. Then, in the distance, we saw your light. Without it, we never would have found our way." Elias welcomed them inside. He offered them the last bowl of soup he had. As warmth slowly returned to the children's faces, he sat quietly beside the fire, watching the flames dance. A few days later, the village learned what had happened. Those who had once mocked him climbed the hill to the old tower. They found the watchman sitting peacefully against the stone wall. The fire was still burning, but Elias had fallen asleep for the last time. Beside him lay a small notebook. On the final page, only one sentence had been written: "A light is never wasted when it guides someone you may never meet." From that day forward, the villagers took turns tending the flame. They came to understand that some lives do not change the world through power, but through faithfulness. And every winter, when the snow covered the mountains once again, a single light still shone from the top of the old tower, a quiet reminder that one man, faithful to his calling until the very end, had saved lives without ever seeking to be remembered.